Good morning, everyone. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options and your morning market preparation video for August 23rd, 2017. Well, my goodness, yesterday we had a nice relief rally, but that's really all that it was a relief rally. It wasn't a game changer in any way, shape, or form just yet. As you can see here on the diamonds, taking a look at this index, we have got a chart that is still dealing with this downtrend. Okay, we drifted below this downtrend, making a lower high and a lower low. And so we've rallied back up here to price resistance. And so far, that's all we've been able to do. Now, it was a beautiful move and it was a really nice relief rally. And I can tell you a mistake I used to make when I was newer to trading years ago. I made every mistake in the book. Is I would be overly focused on the hard right edge. That means this candle right here. I would focus right here saying, oh, hey, the bulls are back in town. Everything is good to go. And I would be in there buying up stocks with both hands, thinking that the rally was in play. Now, here's the problem with doing that. What I failed to do is recognize that I was buying stocks right at price resistance. And if that market shifted and turned back lower, I would be staring at significant losses. And not only would my account be damaged, but my confidence in my ability to trade was also crushed. So you want to be really, really careful right here. And what I suggest, what I do in a situation like this is, first off, I trade less. When we're right at price resistance, I trade less. There are clearly very good charts out there, lots of good potential buy signals after yesterday's move. But I consciously make an effort to trade less. When I do trade, I trade smaller than normal positions so that I can control that risk just in case this does turn and head quickly south. And it certainly can. And I would suggest if it does turn south, if the bears take control here, we can expect a very fast move. And we've experienced that before. And it's amazing how quickly we can forget that this thing can flip the switch and go the other direction really quickly. So is a candle like this possible? Absolutely is. And remember, if we are going to go up from here, a very normal pattern to occur would be a rally back to resistance and a retest of support to make sure that it is support before we rally. So that is a very common pattern. It's a pattern that's common at a top, just as it is on a bottom. So don't think we're just going to, we can just have those V-type bottoms. Okay, we had one right over here, a V-type bottom. But this one seems considerably different with the overall pressure that we're seeing in the market. And so just be a little bit cautious, okay? SPY did a great job of rallying back yesterday, but once again, here we are, we're rallying right back into those resistance levels. Let's keep in mind that we're still in a downtrend here on the SPY, and we have a significant resistance level right in here to deal with. Okay, so we're not out of the woods here on the SPY. A failure, and by the way, notice that we are gapping lower this morning. SPY opening lower. That doesn't mean we're going to fall off a cliff, but what we will want to do is we want to watch and focus on that price action closely and make sure those bears aren't regaining control here to send us lower. If we take a look at the Qs did a really nice job yesterday holding this trend line and holding the 50-day moving average, which happens to be right in through here. So it held there, rallying back up, but here again, we have a significant resistance to deal with here in this, and there's actually multiple levels up here that we'll have to deal with as we start moving higher. if we can move higher. And again, we're gapping lower this morning, so be a little bit cautious and careful. Don't just chase into this, okay? IWM, well, IWM kind of in a world of its own. There's nothing bullish here on this chart. This rally back yesterday was nothing more than a pushback up here to price resistance. This price resistance level right in here. We're still well below trend. We're still, I believe that we closed, let me look. Yeah, we still close below the 200-day moving average. We didn't even make it back to there. So any place in this area up here should be watched very closely for a potential reversal pattern and IWM to sink. Now, one of the reasons I think the IWM's not finished going down is we're so close to this major support level here. I suspect we're going to visit it in IWM. It's possible we can hold off and not do it, but I think there's probably a pretty good chance we'll test down in this area before this is all shaken out. And also keep in mind, with the IWM showing so much resistance and going up, it's really serving as a boat anchor, dragging on the rest of the market here. So we have one of the biggest indexes showing bearishness, while we have one of the smallest indexes trying to promote all the strength. 30 companies trying to hold up the market. That should be a little bit of a concern for everyone. So pay attention. Don't get wildly bullish here. You could end up staring at a lot of losses as a result. On the economic calendar today, we have a few major reports that want to draw your attention to. 9:45, we have the PMI flash number. They're kind of expecting that to stay flat from last month's reading. New home sales, also, they're expecting a slight increase there, but nothing, of a substantial nature to really move the market. I think the big report of the day is going to be the petroleum status report here. This will be, last reading we had a nice reduction in supply, but the one before that we had a surprise increase in supply. And if we take a look at oil is just struggling really hard to try and maintain itself. So watch this closely. If oil were to really sink, if that number comes in poorly, showing another build in supply, we could see oil sell off, and that would create some downward pressure on the market. So we need to see those supplies starting to dwindle a little bit, giving us some pricing pressure here and helping some of those oil companies lift themselves out of these doldrums that they've been in for a couple of years now. On the economic calendar, we had just over 50 companies that were expected to report today. One of those companies was Lowe's. They were going to report this morning at the open. You can see, or before the open, you can see right now it's expected to open right down here. Apparently they disappointed in their earnings numbers. The earnings may have been good, but they just disappointed investors. And so it's getting punished this morning. I don't know what the numbers were. I haven't seen them. But it looks like Lowe's is going to continue in its downtrend. And retail has been struggling here. There's a lot of retail on the calendar today, so watch for that. Okay, let's take a real quick look at the VIX, because I think the VIX is really interesting in how it's been producing these really big swings. And remember, I was cautioning over here to be careful. Any kind of a sell-off could produce a really big swing. And it's not uncommon. See, we do it over here. We did it here. We get those really big swings. Well, Then we all of a sudden gained all kinds of confidence right back, and we pulled back, and then boom, got the next shock, a big strong rally up. Now we've pulled it all the way back, so we're right back down here in this red area, and I've colored this red area because I considered this area to be the danger zone. This is where we start to show complacency in the market, and that complacency can turn into fear really, really fast, as we've seen here. So I'm not suggesting that that's going to occur, only that the possibility exists. So keep an eye on that and watch it closely. If we do start to sell off, if the bears happen to take control, and I'm not suggesting they will, but if they do happen to take control, be careful, because fear could spike very quickly, and that means some fast selling could come into play. So be careful with that. All right, folks. Hey, if this is the first time you've seen my videos, I put this information out every day, and this is important to me. It may not be as important to you, but I hope you do find it useful. I use this to help me prepare for the day, how I'm going to approach the market for the day. And I put this out every day. So if you want to see this all the time, just do me a favor and click on that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow me button on Facebook, and you'll be notified when I post these every single day. And also, please do me a favor and click those like buttons and give me a comment. That helps those algorithms out there show my videos to more people, because my heart is truly to help everyone trade. There's nothing here to buy from me in these videos. This is just simply to help people do better with their trading. So hope you find it useful. Everyone, have a great day. I wish you fantastic profits, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care now.